It's very important to have people like me, people who are not afraid to find out. And boy, did I find out. Boy, now I was one of those people as well. I was one of those people who were always talking about, hey, if you don't go to university, then you should go and do a trade or something like that. You know, you should be a welder, you should be a bricklayer, you should be an electrician, a plumber, whatnot, whatnot, whatnot. I am inclined to think that I was spewing utter nonsense. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm inclined to believe that I was spewing utter nonsense at this point in my life, of course, because of I found out, you know. Um, let me tell you the reality of these jobs that people advise you to go and do if you don't want to go to university and stuff. Bricklaying, for example. First thing I found out about bricklaying is that nobody knows how bricklayers are employed. No one knows. I kid you not. Nobody knows how these niggas are employed. You just rock up to a job site and people are working. And then they'll tell you things about, hey, you should go to this agent and this agent. You go to these agents and still you don't get a job. You see. Because big companies hire through agencies, apparently. But then the very same big companies, they outsource the work to smaller companies, right? And these smaller companies have people who do the actual so convoluted. It's so convoluted, nobody knows. At street level, at the level of the community, bricklayers get their jobs through referrals. Through referrals, you see. You have to do a job here. The person who owns this job site that you are working on may refer you to somebody else who wants work done, and then that person will refer you to your next job, etc., etc., etc. You see. But the problem is getting that one person to vouch for you. You see, does not pay well. It does not pay well. Being a bricklayer doesn't pay well. You know. So I do not recommend it for anyone. We need to get to a point where people are so desperate for bricklayers that they are willing to pay a lot. But for now, do something else with your life. Then from bricklaying, I went and did what you call welding. Actually, I did welding while I was doing bricklaying at the same time. I did MIG. I did a short course. I'm big on a short course. I did a short course on MIG. Once again, nobody knows how these niggas get employed. I swear. You see, there's a reason why the guys who do welding, you only see them doing regular cards. You only see them do gates, and that's it. Because that's the only thing that the black community wants. Gates and burglar cards, that's it. You see. The black community does not have any industry. So therefore, they do not hire welders for anything else. You see. It's crazy. It's crazy. From what I know, from what I've observed is that uh, companies companies hire students from their apprenticeship courses. They hire students from public colleges like Abompolos and Nan. You know. So if you're not Mpolos doing welding, mind you, you can't just be doing a short course in welding. You have to be doing like a 3-year courses or something like that. If you're not doing those courses, then woe unto you, man. Woe unto you. You are far from getting a craft. Okay. From welding, I went off and did what you call it, solar installation. All right. Now, bear in mind, solar installation was just a 5-day course. They show you how to calculate the electricity needs, how many solar panels you're going to need, how many batteries, the inverter installation, electrical distribution. These are the things that they teach you in that 5-day course. It's very extensive, but yeah, it's very extensive for a 5-day course, right? Even then, even then, even then, nobody knows how these niggas get hired. You see, I pushed a couple of emails through to these companies. I guess I'm not what they were looking for. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Uh, but yeah, hey, perhaps maybe I don't know. Perhaps maybe solar installation is for electrical engineers. I don't know. I can do it, but maybe the only people who are being hired to do it are these guys who went to university and stuff. I don't know. I don't know. You know. Shit. Sorry. My bad. My bad. Next, I did what you call So then I wasn't satisfied with the amount of knowledge I had. I wasn't exactly comfortable with the amount of knowledge I had with Eland or then with what do they call it, solar installation. So I went and did a short course in electrical installation, domestic electrical installation, to top up my electrical experience. Boy, boy, even then, I said I pushed emails through, you know, still, no one is hiring people who did. I don't know whether they're not hiring people who did short courses or what, but yeah, it is what it is. You know, I can do the job, but if I'm not hired to do a job, then what's the point? You see. So, hey, fam, I don't know. I don't know, like, what are you all going to do? But me, because I move like this, I've decided that I will start refurbishing. I'm doing a small anyana donation to a school behind me in my neighborhood. I will be refurbishing their desks, not more than 10. I'll be refurbishing their desks just to see what it takes to refurbish desks. They benefit by having newly refurbished desks. Great. I benefit because now I know what is the infrastructure that is needed in order to do a business like desk refurbishment. Maybe it will work out, maybe it won't. I don't know. If you want to donate to the school to this endeavor, you know, just drop a comment below. Otherwise, amen. This job creation, this self-employment thing, baba, it's not easy, bro. It's not easy. But I want the record to show that, number one, I did these courses because I wanted to be a multi-skilled individual. I am into that whole polymath thing. All right. I wanted to be that was for me. All right. Then I started making these videos because I knew as a former teacher that when I was a teacher, I had kids who were never going to pass matric, who were never going to pass matric properly, right? And these kids would not qualify for university. So let me make these videos so that they can have alternative sources of learning, so that they can have some sort of a skill upon which to build their lives. You see, only to find that, hey, this economy does not give anybody a chance. You see, I had to leave education. Leave education. Step up like Thanos and do it myself. Find out myself. That was me. I have no regrets. My only problem is, how do I now make these skills work for me so that I can testify and say, hey, you know what? You can actually do this for a living, provide for your family without winning the lotto of employment. That's what I'm trying to do.